Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. Hey, want to give you an update on how our chopping's going. Wagons are empty, choppers up front getting service. Supposed to get some rain today. Very foggy this morning, but she's starting to lift. So I want to show you how that new bagger's working and how the corn's actually chopping up. But first, we've got to ship a big, mean, nasty bull. Reason we use bulls is because they're extremely effective. They breed 365, 7 days a week, non-stop. It's pure instincts. Drawback to it is they're dangerous. Upside is they do a heck of a good job. Milking about 160 cows, we keep 2 bulls in at all times. Unless one gets a bad foot or something, and then we try to cycle one out. But 2 bulls seems to get the job done. Our pregnancy checks are usually 75% bred. I've got to do another one here in another week or so. I just texted the vet. Hopefully we can get him on the schedule later this week. In my experience, you can only keep them for about a year. And then they just either get too ornery or both. They get too big and they can hurt the cow. So that's another drawback. Eating that good feed from the TMR mix, they just grow big. Cows, their milk udder gets bigger, produce more milk. Well, bull, they just gain muscle and get taller and stronger and ornerier. This bull I'm loading up, he's been bellowing pretty nasty. And hasn't really came at me yet, but he's thinking about it. So we're gonna load him up and send him to the Marlette Express. I'll leave a guess on what you think he weighs. I'd say he's probably about 1,900 to 2,000 pounds. Got 2 new bulls coming in today too. Work with them up there at the stockyards finding me bulls. One's registered Holstein, the other one's not registered. Both red and whites. If I can get my hands on some decent looking red and whites, I usually grab them. The ones I'm putting down at the dry cow lot, he's a little small yet. We don't want to bring him up here. These big girls will put a hurting on him. But this other one is pretty good size. He just needs some meat on his bones. He's got the legs, he's got the size. Seen him this morning already trying to breed. I just put him in yesterday, so that's a good sign. But yeah, as far as the bulls, you got to keep rotating them out. You only get to keep them about a year. So you get them at about a year old, and then they try to start breeding heifers, but that year goes by quick, so you're constantly, that's a drawback. But hey, with the price of beef, these babies are worth some bucks. So we put them in here, breed the cows, they eat like a champ, and then you get to sell them and go buy a couple more. So that's what's going on. Meet you in the barnyard. Let's go. Bull secured. Let's see if he gets on as easy as he ran in position. Ho! He actually listened this time when we told him to hoe. Squeaky clean trailer for him. Did a good job on that. Lee's gonna round him up. No funny business, mister. Attaboy. Lock him up front. Now hold pressure here until we get that locked in. Okay. A lot of tongue weight. See you later, big boy. Leave me a comment what you think he weighs. A lot of tongue weight. Lee just grabbed him an identification tag for his ear. It must have came out. Hey, you have a good day. What else is going on? Getting the manure hauled out and dried up 2 cows. These cows here are approximately 7 months pregnant. They'll go down to the dry cow lot for 2 months and calf. Little more! Come on back! Good. Well, you got a new haircut. Wow, looks good. Nope, no funny business, guys. Come on, girls, going down to the funny farm. Safe travels. Okay, and that's that. Big boy took a ride to the Marlette Express. Actually looked on his ear tag when I got up close to him. He'll be 3 years, December 1st. There's a cow in heat. Someone's getting jumped. But a lot quieter with him gone. He was a pain in the butt. And it's been a couple months. But I was waiting for this new guy to come in, and I'm sure glad he's hitting the ground running. You can't beat that. I moved some sand in right quick. You got to keep sand in these stalls. So as for the 2 bulls we're using to breed, here's the new one. Seems like a very nice young man. Very kind looking bull. Curious. Asked me how he's doing in 6 months and then another year. We'll see. And then we've got our little short black one, Tyson. Call him Tyson because he's built like Mike Tyson. Here he is. He does a pretty darn good job. Last couple months, he's been doing majority of the breeding. The big one's just groaning and moaning, and see, he's got one of heat right here, hanging out in the field. This guy, we got him a little young, and he wasn't doing much. And so the boys were thinking about getting rid of him. Plus, he was an ornery son of a pup. Well, the problem I think was with him, he was just too young. He wasn't breeding. His quote-unquote balls hadn't dropped, if I'm allowed to say that. Brought him up here, trimmed his hooves, put a ring in his nose, calmed him down. Now, a lot of guys will ask about them rings. The rings, the brass ring you put in there, it basically, I think it just makes him feel like you've got dominance over him. Like the big bull we just shipped, took to the trailer last week, he lost his ring, ripped it right out. So he was getting, it was time. Better angle of him. He's built. I mean, look at when he gets bigger, if he stays nice, when he gets 6 months to a year, as stocky as he is, he got him from a buddy of ours, Knowles, up in Croswell, but he's a tank. He's got his little Peter out right now. And then this guy, he smells what's going on. He wants in on it, but he's still a little gun shy. But the big bull was picking on him. The one we just shipped, he was pushing him right around last night. Probably about an 800-900 pound difference. I think you could do some pushing if you had about 800 pounds on somebody. In human terms, that'd be like just having only about 100 pounds, 75, 50. Running home, about to fire up. My tire sprung a leak. I'm gonna have to change it. I've had to air this up a couple times. This one's new tube. But I'm gonna have to, I got a tube, I bought a 2-pack. So I'm gonna be able to fix that. A buddy of mine dropped this off for my daughters. They're out of their little kids' bikes, now they can get a bigger one. So let's grab our lunch and get ready to start chopping. There's Sammy coming to see me. Give me 5, buddy. You having a good morning? Yeah. Good. Let's go in. Let's go. Say hi to the missus real quick. What, you want this bell? Oh, okay. Got our lunch ready. Update on baby Johnny. Hey, happy boy. How you doing, hon?
Good. You just got up.
Got leftover pizza and a sandwich. Okay, we're gonna be ready to go. He just got up from his nap. That's why he's so happy. Hey, buddy. I did a quick change of clothes because I was splattered pretty good this morning milking and running around by them bulls. But Big Johnny is in a bouncer now. So he can touch. We first put him in here, he could barely touch. And this thing, I tell you, it wears him out. He sleeps good. And he's a very happy baby. Sammy, you like your little brother? Yeah. That girl. Hey, buddy.
Happy birthday. I go up.
Put up our lunch in the book bag. Grant's school picture. He's at school. We're going to give this to my dad. Put that in his gator anyway. And the older girls are at school. And you got Johnny and Summer gets to hang out with Mom all day. Johnny's laying down currently and Summy's on an iPad. Peppa Pig?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. You like hanging out with your sister? How old is he now? 5?
5 months, yeah.
5 months, big boy. Get them legs moving.
Mama.
Oh, gentle.
I can't make it.
Bye, guys. Okay, leave a little present for Dad. Grant man. Looking a little dark over there. Found some drier stuff. Good time to chop it when it's kind of raining, spitting at it. To come to an end. We'll see if they've stopped. They had another one waiting for me. Little wet, little muddy, but in good spirits. Okay, after a brief intermission, it's dried out enough. Now Mark's just headed to field of chop. We'll check on him in a minute. I'll get a few loads stacked up, so I'm waiting so I can unload these really fast. I thought I'd tell you about the bagger. Yeah, we had Lee wash that trailer out when Dad got back and oil it down. It's starting to get a little bit rusty, so we'll splash oil on them creases and on the fender wells. But as far as the bagger, Ag Bag G6170, I've already bagged a 10 by 250 foot bag. Putting up 6 of them this year. 5 here, 1 at the dry cow lot. After doing 1 bag, and that's a very juicy bag, it works excellent. It works very similar to the one that we had. My dad asked me, does it run like the other one? Pretty much, except this is, you know, 15, 20 years newer. It's got the split chain. Like I said, that last few days with this bag was very wet. You can see with the juice seeping out of it, and you can see how it kind of starts to foam in there. You could never fill a silo as green as we were chopping it. That I'll guarantee you. Or you'd rot the silo out. But the double chain helps it chuck it over, and then it bags evenly. I mean, this is how it looks, and this is only 600 pounds of pressure. My brother was looking at the other bag when we were rolling this up last time, and he said, I think I was at 800. He's like, man, when I back that pressure off, that thing, that stretch mark is just 8 inches. And it says right on there, don't go over 5.5 for maximum. I mean, she's tight, so I backed off. That bagger just seems to pack and bag, even though it was wet. It really enlarged it. But another thing this has is auto rewind. When I get in this bag, maybe tomorrow, next day, I'm gonna show you that. Lee and I rolled it up, didn't have to crank it. It's got electric pump on the other side, or hydraulic pump, auto rewind, and it's just very good. So I want to thank my ag bag guy Mike from Pinconning for letting us use this. So far so good. We're coming up on 20% done chopping already. After 1 bag, doing 6 of them, that was 16% of the way done. If I got half of this is probably 20-25% of the way. After 2 bags, I'm going to be 33% of the way done chopping. That's how I'm measuring it. But, well, I can hear it humming. Listen quietly. Hear that? That's over a mile away, that chopper humming. Let's go check on them. Let's go grab a load, and let's keep filling this bag. Let's go. That'd be 5th cutting of hay right there growing back. Even though we're not gonna cut it, we're good on hay, but 5th cutting, looking good. Out here now, sun's out. One thing I forgot to show you as this wagon empties out, we've got this hitch all the way to the right pin. That'll help keep it straight. They've got the gearbox offset. If you didn't do that, you'd be tearing U-joints out of that shaft. last year's corn silage. I want to show you what this looks like compared to stuff freshly chopped. Now this stuff here is 1 year old. 1 year old today. Amazing what a year can do, huh? Good stuff. I put this ear of corn here last week, first day we started. Don't ask me why. See all them geese walking away from me nervously? Well, a lot of geese in this area. They like to bed down on that pond. When they fly over, there's a pond over yonder. Thousands of geese in this area. People stopping in to ask to hunt daily, fighting over it like goose hunt mafia. Like, get a grip, man, we gotta work. Another angle of your 5th crop coming back. Guys, shutting down for the night. That's gonna do it for the video. Not bad progress for having a rain delay for a while. Like I said, I like this bagger. Earlier, getting rid of that bull. Those of you guys that guessed his weight, well, results are in. He weighed 1855. I knew once I was walking him in, he looked a little thinner than I thought he was. Not our biggest, fattest bull, but nonetheless, he had to go. He was a grumpy old man. So on that note, guys, take care. See you next video. Once we get to the end, which should be tomorrow, we'll be a third of the way done. Hear them geese coming in? Third of the way done. I'll show you how this thing rolls up, and I really like it. So take care. God bless. See you in the next one.